We've got all the highlights of the 2013 Consumer Electronics Show, the ultimate technology show.
The Ostrich Pillow could revolutionise the way you work and nap at work.
And a tablet that can charge your phone by just pressing the two devices together.
The UK's TV Licensing Authority has said that more than 13,000 households across the UK are still using black and white television sets. That is down from 212,000 black and white TV sets in the UK in the year 2000.
That's quite extraordinary. Officials say the continued use could be explained by low-income households wanting to save money on the licence fee, which is almost £100 less for a black and white TV. But they also said there will probably always be people who prefer monochrome images.
Especially when you're watching snooker.
You can't tell what's going on. I'm really shocked at this statistic, actually. Who knows what, maybe are they being used or not? Maybe they're just there in the attic or something.
Yeah.
Of course, there are millions around the world who prefer the latest high-tech gadget, and the Consumer Electronics Show is just perfect for them. In fact, it's the event that all gadget fans and indeed all technology companies look forward to.
The CES gives companies a chance to showcase their latest offerings and trade visitors the opportunity to test drive a few. Our special correspondent has the wrap-up of CES 2013.
It seems like every day brings a new product launch or technological development, given the fast-paced world we live in, which is probably why some say Consumer Electronics Show has outlived its usefulness, with both Apple and Microsoft sitting out. But don't tell that to the 150,000 visitors who streamed through the 46th annual show in Las Vegas earlier this month to sample products from 3,000 companies, representing 150 countries. They may be amongst the 1 in 10 people who have dropped their phones in the toilet and were looking for a solution to their woes. And Sony had just the answer with its waterproof fiberglass unibody Xperia Z, launched at the 2013 CES and really one of the only major smart devices launches at this year's show. Sony is of course hoping the Xperia Z will hold up against the iPhone and Samsung Galaxy ranges. And it was only a matter of time before watches joined the smart range of products. One of the first is the Pebble with its e-paper display. The water-resistant watch charges via a small magnetic clip on the side and lasts about a week on a single charge. But really, this year's CES was all about television, with HD promising 4 times the picture resolution of current TVs amongst the must-see items.
Main theme this year for sure is TVs, HD TVs, either 4K, which they're also calling ultra high definition, or OLED TVs. The 4K TVs we're seeing from everyone across the board. I want to say at least 8 different 4K ultra high definition TVs yesterday.
TV makers Sony and Samsung are among the tech giants looking to set the pace for the Ultra HD or HD 4K market. Sony unveiled a $25,000 4K TV that literally looks more vibrant and lifelike than real life itself, while Samsung unveiling a 110-inch HD set. Samsung also launched a 3D OLED TV, complete with 3D glasses with their own earphones. While many tech giants either stayed away from this year's CES or held back any major launches, the spirit of the CES was very much alive, as all sorts of companies were on hand with their hopes of hitting it big.
Really, if you just look around, there are robots that wash your windows, there are toilet training, Wi-Fi devices, there are so many cool products being invented right now. Maybe they'll be acquired by the big guys, maybe they'll be the big guy.
The Combat Creatures booth was among the smaller companies creating a buzz at this year's show with their robotic attacknids. Cube 3D was another of the companies that drew a crowd with their demonstration of the possibility and potential of the 3D printer market as limitless. This year's Digital Health was ready to break through with companies touting online fitness and well-being coaching, exercise and diet plans. One company even offered a device that will give you a gentle vibration if you're eating too fast. So while Apple was a no-show and Microsoft made on a brief surprise appearance, The CES is really much more than a showcase for big companies to throw out their big brands to fans. Instead, it is the breeding ground for the next big things in technology, where inventors try to convince fans to infuse technology into really every aspect of our lives. And if global trends are anything to go by, tech companies big and small are succeeding in doing just that. This wraps up the CES 2013 report. Now back to the studio.
Some amazing developments out of the CES this year. And of course, much of the talk at any time of the year is what Apple is up to, and analysts think they know what 2013 holds for the giant.
Leading analysts claim Apple will launch 5 new products in the next 12 months, starting with an Apple Radio sometime this spring, along with an iPad mini with Retina display.
Apple is also expected to launch a new version of its iPhone and iPad operating system, expected to be called iOS 7, at its developers conference in June. That same conference may even see an iPhone 5S, according to some analysts.
But what most people are eagerly anticipating is the release of an Apple television, which analysts have been predicting for a couple of years now, but maybe just months away. We will just have to wait and see what Apple has up its sleeve over the next year. In more technology news now, a tech company has developed a tablet that can charge your phone by just pressing the 2 devices together.
Fulton Innovation has adapted QI wireless power transfer technology that allows for the charging of electronic devices by simply setting them on a power station attached to an outlet, without plugging the devices in. The technology is already being used most notably with the Duracell power mat.
I suppose the question is, how long will it take to do that?
Exactly.
Brussels is moving towards a regulatory showdown with Google after the European Commission's competition chief accused the company of diverting internet users to its own services like news, maps and shopping comparison.
Now, Google does prioritise paid-for search results, but its natural or unsponsored results are meant to be undistorted by financial interests and based on criteria like relevance of websites. The complaint was brought by Microsoft and travel websites Expedia and TripAdvisor. Although one product that is being widely talked about is a smart watch with a multi-screen that Apple is believed to be developing. Chinese sources have reported the computer giant is working with chipmaker Intel on a wrist-worn gadget that has a 1.5-inch screen and uses Bluetooth to communicate with other gadgets, which could include an iPhone.
Now, it's believed that the iWatch will run a version of iOS, the same software as the iPhone and iPad, allowing apps to be easily downloaded. Releasing a watch could also help it to compete with Google, who claim they'll be releasing Google Glass, a headset with a screen, next year.
Now, the rumours come after an independent attempt to create a smartwatch called Pebble became a huge success online. Its inventors used Kickstarter to try and raise $10,000 so they could develop it, but instead raised $10 million and hope to begin production next year.
So smartwatches may be the next thing, portability and the ease of use.
It's all becoming thinner and easier to wear, and you're going to see technology all over yourself almost.
Let's hope not.
Some news from space now. Astronomers kept a close eye to the sky earlier in January as the asteroid Apophis swept past Earth. Previous research indicated that the asteroid could collide with the planet in 2036, but for now it came within 15 million kilometers of Earth.
Apophis is also expected to pass about 30,000 kilometers above Earth in April 2029, at which time it will be bright enough to see with the naked eye.
Well, Kaleem, take a look at this.
So what's on your head?
This is the Ostrich Pillow, and it's the latest thing for anyone who wants to tune in and just get out of it from work and just go into their own little area.
And how do you do that?
Well, you put it on like so and whack your arms in here and you can lie down like this. What do you think?
Could it be used for siestas in Spain or something?
Yeah, it's supposed to be used at work.
Alright, so the side parts are for you to put your hands in, but are you meant to be putting them in at any particular angle or?
Like so, just like that. You know how you lie down on the table like this? Just
Okay.
like that. You've got a nice pillow to do it. And, I have to say it's quite comfortable.
Okay, and what's inside it?
It's foam based.
Okay,
And yeah, how do I look?
better than before.
Thank you.
That's right, the Ostrich Pillow was created to provide people with healthy and productivity benefits commonly associated with power napping. It is specifically designed for shorter periods of rest, particularly during a busy workday. In fact, the official sales pitch from the creators claim that a 20-minute power nap can increase productivity. So what do you think, Ghaalib?
I'm definitely going to try it out at work. It's one of those things that would be perfect for a stressful day.
Yep, okay.
That's all the time that we have for on this episode of Insight. We'll be back in a couple of weeks with more technology news and reviews.
We hope you're enjoying Insight. We want to hear what you think about the stories and products we've talked about today. Also tell us what you'd like to see on our programme.
You can send us your comments to insight@mta.tv and inshallah we'll show them in our next show.
Thanks for joining us. Assalamu alaikum.